Western Michigan hopes hockey run boosts enrollment, donors. When Western Michigan's men's hockey team plays for the program's first national championship on Saturday night, it will come with a six-figure price tag. The Broncos are looking to capitalize on this historic moment, even if that means losing money. Which is why WMU is spending about $300,000 on its first Frozen Four run, which includes charter seats and other team travel expenses. It also includes paying for 100 tickets for WMU students to support the Broncos against Boston University at St. Louis Enterprise Center on Saturday. It's an optional expense, but WMU views it as an investment that will pay off in a multitude of ways. These are moments that these students are never going to forget, WMU Athletic Director Dan Bartholomew said in a phone interview. They're never going to forget the time they got to go to the Frozen Four for free, and they'll love Western for their entire lives because of it. WMU doesn't mind the cost if it means keeping eyeballs on the program long after this weekend. It makes sense, as the hockey team generates the second most ticket sales on campus behind football, which reeled in $828,457 during the 2024 fiscal year according to documents submitted annually to the NCAA. WMU's hockey team, meanwhile, reported $500,777 in ticket revenue, almost 5 times that of the Broncos men's basketball team, $103,396. Men's college hockey does not carry the revenue potential of football or basketball, where men's and women's hoops programs can secure money paid to their respective conference for advancing in the NCAA tournament. But WMU, which is located in Kalamazoo, looks at the rejuvenated momentum behind the hockey program as an opportunity to not only drive community support but also inch closer to accomplishing its elusive enrollment goals. Western Michigan saw its enrollment slightly increase for the first time in over a decade last year but is among 15 public universities statewide struggling to maintain enrollment due to fewer local high schoolers entering college compared to previous years. Athletics are often seen as the front porch of a university because of the visibility, and after all, the Broncos will be back on ESPN2 Saturday night after the network broadcast Thursday's 3-2 win over Denver, the defending national champs. That inspires a lot of pride across the country, Bartholomew said about seeing Broncos logos on national television. It puts you on a stage that no other aspect of the university really can. We're ready to seize the moment. WMU added to its list of season milestones on Friday, with the Broncos receiving the #1 ranking in the final USA Hockey poll for the first time in the program's 52-year history. The historic season also bodes well for elevating donor support. The national attention is timely as a U.S. district judge considers final approval of a landmark settlement that will introduce athlete revenue sharing to college sports. It's pivotal, Bartholomew added. I don't care if you're a Power 4 or a mid-major like us, once you start cutting into your operating revenues to support revenue sharing like we're going to do and we want to do, you can't do that without cutting expenses. Your revenue pie doesn't just increase overnight to accommodate revenue sharing. It's not cheap to build a top-ranked program in hockey-crazed states like Michigan. WMU men's hockey is already the second most expensive team on campus. The school spent $2.46 million on the program in fiscal 2024, slightly more than the $2.28 million it spent on men's basketball. But the return on investment is there, as the reported ticket sales numbers were more than double all the other non-football sports combined at $164,658. So how can a program like the Broncos survive in a revenue-sharing world? Donor support is the name of the game, Bartholomew said. The Broncos were already doing well in that category, as one unnamed donor has committed to fund the construction of a $515 million arena that's slated to open in 2 years in downtown Kalamazoo. The off-campus performance center and arena, which will also house the men's and women's basketball teams, will not only unlock new revenue opportunities largely related to sponsorship but also help nab top prospects. Previously, WMU has narrowly missed out on some recruiting targets who decided instead to commit to schools like North Dakota or Denver, which offers some of the nation's best locker rooms and training facilities in college hockey. The Broncos, who currently play hockey in the 51-year-old Lawson Ice Arena, are hoping their new digs will make a difference on the recruiting trail in coming years. In the meantime, WMU head coach Pat Ferschweiler, a former star player for the Broncos, is tracking the transfer portal, with the current roster made up of 9 transfers, the most of all of this year's Frozen Four teams. Ferschweiler also has 4 transfers already committed for next season, and it hasn't gone unnoticed by the administrators in the athletic department. We're hoping that this run will energize what's already a great hockey town as we look to build and move into a new home, Bartholomew said.